Hello, this is Pastor Roland. Today we're going to take a call. Here comes a call from San Francisco. Let's listen to the call.
Hello, my name is Brian. I'm a college student, and I'm calling from San Francisco. I have one question. How do you know that there is God? Or is there a way to see evidence of God's existence in one's everyday life? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Excellent question. Excellent question, Brian. How do you know there's a God? Okay, I will answer it. How I know there's a God. You know how I know there's a God? Because I see that He exists. I know in my heart that He exists. Now, for a long time, when I was a little kid and a teenager and a young adult, even up until age 39, I didn't know for sure. When I was a little kid, I liked, I kind of liked what I heard about the Bible and about Jesus and about God. And I went to church, my parents had me go to church, just like the other kids in the neighborhood went to church. And it was, it was okay, but it wasn't anything that I really believed or knew for sure. Okay? But then when I got to be 39 years old, I had a change of heart. And this change of heart, I think, was not so much me, except I was ready, as God was calling me, because I had been a lost sheep for many years. And the first thing that I saw, what were the first things that I saw? Okay, wasn't great spiritual truths. The first thing I saw was my own wrong, such as resentment. That was the first thing I saw. Okay? So that's how it starts. So let this be a little clue to you. The real thing starts with seeing your own wrong. But now instead of fighting it, instead of resenting seeing it, instead of resenting seeing it and not wanting to admit you're wrong, instead, you sit there and you bear the pain of seeing your own wrong. And you realize that you can't make yourself right. You don't want to be wrong anymore. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you're sick and tired of hating. Okay? And you want to come clean. You want to come clean. Maybe all your life you wanted to come clean. But there was no one to come clean to. You couldn't trust people. They would betray you, or they would use whatever you said against you, or they would judge you, or they would say, there, you're okay, and we understand, and But it was phony. It wasn't the real thing. Maybe they meant well, but it just wasn't the real thing. You wanted the real thing. And there it is. See, right there in your own heart, within, you feel sorry. But how do you feel sorry? The reason you can feel sorry is because God's light is there showing you. See, before that time, when I say you, I mean you and me and everyone, too involved with your own issues and struggling, trying to save yourself. Struggling, trying to cover things up, make yourself good, etc., etc. Or trying to save yourself by being good or trying to be nice. See, it never works. It's just an ego thing. But finally, you just sit there and see that you're wrong, regret what you see about yourself, and yet at the same time realize you can't change yourself. Well, now you're seeing all of those things in God's light. See, God, it's like He shines a light upon things, and you see them in His light. So that brought about a change in my life. Okay? It was a humbling of pride. It was a softening of the soul, and it was seeing things to be regretful and cry a tear over, and then wipe the tear from my eye and go out in public, go about my business, okay? And then something else would be seen, and then something else and something else. Many things had to be seen that I had done wrong over the years. And gradually those became less and less. And then all of a sudden one day I wake up and I begin to see what is true. I begin to see what is true. And one of the things that I see is I just know that God exists. That's all. I just know. So let's make it very simple. The true religion is the relationship between a soul and its maker. Okay? And you will know about God. Not from book learning, not from the Bible, not from what somebody said, not from what some authority said, or some writer, or some preacher, or some minister, or some whoever. You will see when you see. You will know in your heart. You'll just know. Well, it's like, how do I know that 1 + 1 = 2? I just know. Okay? I don't have to read it or study it. I just know. So that's the way it is. It's called faith. It's beginning to live by faith, by trusting what you know in your heart, wordlessly. Okay? That's how I know. And then, of course, as I go out in the world now with this new attitude, before I was very subjective about things, very prideful, always looking for ego advantage and so on. You know how we are. Now I go out in the world with fresh eyes, and I begin to see evidence of God everywhere. See, and I begin to have understanding. So it's a process of being of letting go of the old ideas. Some of the old ideas I now see that they're true in the light. Not because somebody said them, but because I see that they're true. Other of the old ideas I see they're not true, and I just let them go. Okay, so it's a very beautiful process. So that's how I know. Okay. That's the only way you can know for sure. Otherwise, you're just relying on second-hand knowledge. On the Bible, it's just a book. It's words on a page. Yes, the writers were inspired, but how do I know they were inspired? Because I can see that, I know that they're in my heart that they were inspired. See, these things are privately revealed to you by God, quietly. A little at a time, you begin to see more and more of these beautiful, shining truths. Very beautiful. But it begins with repentance, with a willingness to admit you're wrong and stop trying to be prideful, okay? And stop resenting other people, especially those closest to you, like your parents and your partner and so on. And when you let go of those resentments, then your heart opens up, and then you begin to see the truth about things. At the end of this message, I'm going to show the phone number you can call. I have a 24-hour voicemail where you call and leave a message. And your message may even find its way on the air to my radio program. Some of them do. Or onto this new series, Online Christian Radio. And I'll answer it, okay, on the radio or here. So call the number, leave your question or comment, okay, or opinion, and I'll be very, very happy to hear it, and possibly it'll find its way on the air. And it'll be of help to others. See, that's the idea. Your question, when I answer it, it's helpful to others because they have the same question. My name is Rome.